Hi everyone, it's Moody Boo, the Fragrant Nomad. And I just wanted to do another kind of quickie review on some of the samples that I brought with me on vacation. And I came in from the outside because I had to put my foot up. I'll just show you a picture of my horrible, ugly, nasty vampire feet so you can see what I'm dealing with. And then I'm going to talk about the two other samples that I got from Twisted Lily, which were from the house of Ormonde Jayne. And one is Xandria and the other is Damask. So I've sprayed them. I have been working with them. I've probably worn both of them maybe 7-8 times, not quite to my 10-time limit. But I just thought I'd go ahead and talk about them anyway. So the first one I'll talk about is Damask. And Damask, well, it says La Route des Soie. Soy? It's S-O-I-E. Anyway, it says it's an abstract creation of Damascene rose, shimmering with charm and elegance. Gourmand fruity notes of pear, lemon, black currant, and pink berries forming a backdrop of unique character. Mineral, amber, and musk reveal inner depths of sophistication, guiding the scent into a beguiling and extraordinary perfume. So it's black currant, Italian lemon, pear, rose, jasmine, pink berries, mineral, amber, musk, and vetiver. This is a nice rose fragrance. It's kind of a green rose. It's not a watery rose, I wouldn't say, but it's kind of a green, slightly peppery rose, I think. I don't dislike it at all. I am kind of getting more into rose perfumes, though, in recent years, I've noticed. But I have a very specific kind of rose that I enjoy. Mainly, I really like the very gourmandy roses, a chocolatey rose, very fruity rose, candied rose, a very sweet, creamy rose. I'm not big into watery roses, usually peppery roses, things like that. So this one surprised me a little bit because I wasn't expecting to love it. And I don't love it yet. But it's growing on me. I think there's a juxtaposition between the black currant and the rose. I don't think it's just the black currant. I did say it's Italian lemon in there too, right? Not the pear. The pear and the rose are fine, but I do think the lemon and the black currant kind of juxtapose, like I said, with the rose. So there's a little bit of arena combat going on there, but not much. But they do kind of work things out in the end and decide to both wave their white flags and say, let's just go have a pint at the pub instead. But it's still, there's still... Okay, Ormonde Jayne is one of those houses that to me has a masterful way of blending their notes. Every perfume that I've smelled from the house is smooth, well blended, really well thought out. Not necessarily always the most extremely unique or niche kind of perfumes, but very pleasant, very enjoyable, very likable, and well done. And this is no exception. I think they almost tried to go a little more niche than they usually do with this one. And the only reason I say that is because it isn't quite as smooth. It isn't quite as well blended as some of the others. That's all. It performs about like a normal Ormonde Jayne, 6 to 8 our category. I think most of their perfumes are more for warmer to moderate temps, not necessarily cold climates. I don't know that the performance or the aromas really have that hardcore punch that I like for cooler temperature perfumes. There's a hint of sour to it, and that is what's putting me off. I don't like sour with my rose perfumes at all. No, next. But I don't know. I keep going back to this one for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it's one of those ones I want to dislike, but I can't. I can't quite stop sniffing it. So I'm still not sure about it. We're still thinking about it. Now, Xandria is rum, rosewood, apple, Ceylon cinnamon, tonka beans, dry amber, musk, gaiac wood, and earthy accord. And this is the one I thought I was going to absolutely bust my head clean open with because I was going to love it so much. And so I was a little taken aback when I'm still working with it. I'm not in love yet. So, why is that? Let's break it down, shall we? I don't know. All of these notes, rum, rosewood, apple, cinnamon, tonka bean, amber, musk, gaiac, earthy accords, I should love every single bit of this perfume. And I'm not having that moment. Not sure why. Well, okay, I am sure why. Because I'm not really getting a lot of these notes at all. And the ones that I am getting are out of proportion. There's some booziness to it. Now, the rosewood, apple, and rum, okay, you do get that, but it takes a little while. And those are the top notes. I don't get those right away. It takes a little bit for those to kind of crawl their way into the equation. And it's a really light perfume too. That bugs me. This should be a beast mode perfume. This should make a statement. This should be a signature scent, in my opinion, with these notes. So I rarely get the tonka. It kind of does a peekaboo with it. Same with the cinnamon. The rum, the rosewood, the apple, I do get those. But it isn't boozy enough to really make it super interesting to me, like as if it was the barrel of an old rum from a rum distillery or something like that. It doesn't quite have that. The amber does come in the dry down, but it just dries out an already dry perfume because the rum is very dry, the rosewood is very dry, and the apples are dehydrated, in my opinion. So it needs something to moisten it up, to juicy it up. And I'm not having that experience. It's very nice. I like it. But I haven't hit the love yet, but I'm still going to work with it because it's one of those I should love. I should be absolutely crazy nuts, head over heels for this perfume with those notes. I was so excited to order it, but I'm not in love with it yet. Not yet. Performance is okay, you know, at Ormonde Jayne 6 to 8. I think it's very unisex. And Ormonde Jayne's prices, again, are mid-range, pretty middle of the road for mid-range. 150s, I want to say, 160s, right in there. Yeah, the Damask still has that sourness, even with the deep dry down. And I still haven't quite gotten there with it yet. And Xandria, I'm just not sure why I am not in love with this. like immediately in love with this. I don't know. It's a mystery wrapped up in a conundrum, dipped in an enigma. But I'm going to work with it some more until I figure it out. Whether I like or love, or decide it's just not for me at all. So, all right, that was Xandria Damask from the House of Ormonde Jayne. Just doing a little review for you here in this beautiful place. I'll whip it around for you so you can see what I've been looking at. Gorge. Beauty. Yep, Lady Pacifica. I'm having an affair with her. But my husband says it's just fine because he's in love with her too. We're kind of having a threesome with her. So, but we're all cool with it. Oh, gosh. Anyway, thank you so much for being so patient with me. So again, I try to post every weekend. But this time I was inoccupado for a while. So, but anyway, thank you again for being here. And don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell and comment if you want. If you don't, it's all good. Sing it for me, Lady Pacifica. I still love you. And use your own nose. Peace.